it. I mean, know the world massive love it and them respect it, man. Hear this? A lot of mercy. Help me big up Jamaica, the land of wood and water. The system might not proper, but we love the vibe, the food and the culture.
My Jamaican Backyard Garden, Portmore Edition. This is Gardening with Stacey. Come garden with me now, man.
And what a nice place to live.
So in these bags that I showed you the other day with the chicken manure, I thought it was just manure, but when I opened the bag, I get to understand that it is chicken manure in soil, or soil that has chicken manure. Now some of my containers wanted top up, so I'm just going to go ahead and top them up with this. Alright, so you can see inside here my peppers. I planted these callaloo way long after, but the callaloo are springing up like jets. So I am just going to top up the container with this, like I mentioned, and I'm going to add some horse manure on top as dressing nevertheless. So ooh, look at this volunteer tomato. A seed probably fell from me. Welcome back to another Gardening with Stacey. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you one and all, and God bless you all. Now, what do gardeners do in the garden? Come garden with me now, man. Alright, so I'm just going to add the horse manure in sawdust now as a dressing on top. So when I water, the nutrients will be released in the soil each time. And not only that, it will act as mulch, so it will help to retain moisture in the containers as well. These spinach vines, they start to run vigorously, so I'm just going to get them together properly on this trellis right here. Of course, I know that I will have to keep redirecting them. I'm definitely fine with that. Alright, so these babies right here, my cantaloupe, initially I had this trellis for them, but I decided I'm just going to let them run in the container right here. So I'm going to keep redirecting them in the container. I want to try and see how much I can control the pest on them. You can see a lot of residues right there. Look at the pestilence. So I'm going to squash them and I'm going to wash off my plants because you see a lot of blooms on there. So you know, sooner or later they'll be ready to do some stuff. So I am going to add some grass clippings that I have, so that when they have fruits they can rest on the grass instead of the soil. Guys, I know Batlas. They buy that, you know? I don't want to come out the bottle. Guys, I tend to do this when I can, like to squash the worms, because this way I'm sure when I do this that they're gone, but I am not sure when I use stuff how long they take to die out. And then what happened, they will breed up. So I love to check them like this, especially the underleaves, because that's where you mostly find them. So you'll see your plants and see them look pretty and all, thinking that, yeah, plants them going on well, but then to your surprise you realize that look at this one. And that's where they always start from, you know, up here at the highest peak of the plant, right up here. I was going to boil some garlic water to use, but because the time is bleaky, like, that is just going to be useless right now, because the rain will wash them off if it rains. So I'm watching that. So I may end up doing exactly that off camera another day. This one, and usually when you see leaves like this, they have a little fold, you know, something is definitely on the underneath. Look at this one. See how this one comes together like this? You definitely know that something is under there. Look at there. You didn't have to ask, you would already know. Alright. So I find that when I use the garlic water before, they actually deter the worms. And I noticed with the diatomaceous earth as well. if I use it before anything happen, like the plant is fine for a while until it totally disappear. Yeah, whether by rain or when I water. So you just have to keep your eyes on your plants. That's it. So I am just washing off the leaves as much as I can. I need to get one of those sprayer again, because I don't know what happened to the one I have. It just stopped working. Well, I'm taking my hand to fashion. See, I get a sprayer there. So this is just some grass cuttings that I rake up, that I saved when the yard was cut. So I am just like using them as a base for the fruits that will come. I already have dressing on top. That's a horse manure in sawdust. So I'm not going to make a heavy layer, because I want my soil to breathe. I want air to pass through the soil properly. So I am doing it as lightly as possible. Alright guys, so I'm going to do a bit of a pruning, deadheading, and what else? Pruning, deadheading, stripping. So the fact that I'm going to use the shear on the plants, I am ensuring that I clean them off. I'm going to use the scissors as well. So I'm ensuring that they are sanitized. That way I won't have any diseased tree affecting another tree or another plant. Alright, so just before I use the shear, I always tend to clean them off with, this is just alcohol, 70%, regular home alcohol. When I have the wipes I use it, but now I'm using the alcohol. And I just ensure that the blades are cleaned properly. So after moving from one plant, going to another, I will sanitize again. Usually I don't show you all of that. So just so you know, each plant that I use it on, I sanitize it before. Alright? So I know a lot of you care about me and my plants. And you will say, Stacey, you must not do that. I actually sanitize it, but just to cut out some of the length in the video, I tend to not show everything, right? It is virtually impossible, because that video is going to be a long one. I want you to know I have it in mind. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright, so I'm starting with my mulberry plant. Oh, this one still has some fruits on there, so I'm not going to do this one with you right now, but I am going to do this one. This one wasn't producing at all. This is the newest one that I have, So I have both of them inside here. This one always bushy and nice, this one, but it's one time it produced since I have it. But this baby right here, it is my faithfuler. So I am actually going to prune back it as well as soon as all the fruits are finished, which will be in a few days. I can see, yeah, in a few days, because not a lot on there. So very soon. But this one, we're going to do this one right now. So what I'm going to do is to take all the leaves off and cut the top and let it spring up back. So when I'm done, I'll do this again to show you. Yeah, but in the meantime, a silicone yammins. It's just a few on there right now. Just a few. Let's see, God. Where's the other one? Another one. Where you go? See right here. Whenever I pull my mulberries, you always say, Stacey, why you don't save them and make tea? Not going to throw away all of these. I am going to make tea, and I am going to try to propagate again. Alright, so we put down these. So you can see now, I took all the tops from here. So all I'm going to do now is just take off all the leaves. So I'm basically tricking it into dormancy so that it can produce for me. Because when the plants think that it is dying, it will go in survival mode and try to survive. And by doing that, they tend to want to put out fruits. So this one probably not spring up quick. Well, it will spring up quickly, but it probably will not produce as quickly as how this one will. Whenever I do this one, I'm telling you, you're going to see how quickly it spring up and produce for me. I've done this one so many times. It gets so used to me. The last time I did this one, I had a few, but this time around I didn't get any at all. So let's see. It is time consuming, but it is worth it. It's clean, clean, clean. So a few days from now, I will do this one as soon as I pick off the remaining fruits. I could actually pick off the ones that where there is no fruit, but I want to wait for the entire thing to do it. I want to do the entire thing at once, so the fruits can just spring up at once. So I'm pruning back this cherry tree as well. You have seen where it made several attempts to produce for me and it changed its mind. So I'm going to see if I can convince it again to produce and stick and stay with the fruits. So I'm not going to strip it off. I'm just pruning the tops. Oh. So yes, I'll leave it at that. See what becomes of it. This what I have right here is some horse manure in sawdust. I'm going to mix it with some soil to go in these containers because I'm going to use them to put some strawberry runners in, and also there are some plants that I want to propagate. So like I said, this is just horse manure in sawdust and this is regular garden soil. So it just came to me to add some chicken manure that I have in this bag right here that I showed you the other day. Just going to break this up in it. So yes, I'm just going to add some to each of these. Like that, and do my thing. So guys, I have some hot water right here. I'm just going to skim off some stink bugs inside there because it kills them dead right away. You can use soapy water, but chances are they will crawl out. So I love to use the steaming hot water, get rid of them same time. I don't have to worry about them crawling out. Alright, so I'm just skimming them off in the water. A lot of them flying away now. This is a constant thing that you have to do though. But at least you know you're getting rid of them. So if I was to do this for the next 3 days. A lot of them will be out of my garden, and they always frequent like the callaloo and the eggplants. There are many more on there, I am sure. The sun is getting very hot. I need to get cracking. Alright, so I'm just going to clean up these eggplants and give these basil a haircut, because they're overcrowding some of my plants, like my tomatoes and my cucumbers. So I'll get a better airflow right here. So I have this tomato cucumber. It is Carmen F1 that I got from Blessings from the Garden. I'm going to plant some in this bucket. So I'm going to have these cucumbers run here to here. I have the Carmen run here to here. So I'm going to put some in. I'm going to put some in this bucket and some in this bucket. I'm going to have to take out these two and put them down here and just have the Carmen in these two. But I'm going to have to do this later without you, because I don't want to transplant them now. The sun is too hot. So I am just going to put about 3 of them in this bucket right here, and then do the rest later. Wow. Guys, only 4 seeds inside there. You hear I was talking about put 3 in there and then the rest later. Silly me. Alright, so I'm just come around here. Put them, still putting 3 inside here, so I'll just then put 1 in. Because this bucket has more space. Notice I take from the top so that it can keep growing. I use all of these basil. I may just put them in my compost. Or I'm going to save them because I am going to get some containers so I can put them in the bottom of the container. This will spring up. Alright, so just deadening this eggplant a bit so that the plant can focus its energy on other healthy parts or the fruits of the plant. Yeah, it's tomato as well. Like that for now. I'm just pulling this back a bit. Let that stay. I can safely say now that I am getting eggplants. Look at that. Come now, Richie. Swallow the umbrella over this. Come, swallow the umbrella. Alright, so I'm just pruning off all the bottom leaves of this tomato. They're looking somewhat diseased, dry up and all, leaf miners and all. So these I put in the garbage. I don't put these in my containers. These disease looking leaves. But the one like the basils, I will save those for the containers. Yeah. It is so important when you can to deadhead as much as you can. Right? What decaying leaves does to your garden is attract pests, and you need your plants to focus otherwise, right? So decaying leaves on your plants is like a distraction, because the plant is, for your plants that is, because the plant is focusing on everything when it can just focus on being healthy and producing. So Be mindful of that, my garden family. Usually when my basils are going to seed, I just cut the tops off and let them spring up back. So they will shoot from the side. Sometimes they shoot from the middle still if there is anything in there. But this is what I usually do. They definitely will spring up back. Alright guys, so these containers that are filled with soil, I am just going to put my runners, because I have several runners in here, several of them. So I just need to get them in some soil. So I'm just basically going to do like this. Let them make contact with the soil. This is not moist, so it's not going to hold on. But that's all I'm going to do. Put the runners in them. I'm not going to be able to share that with you because the sun is very, very hot right now, which means whatever I have to get done, I will have to hurry up and finish it in the evening. And I'm not going to be able to have the camera moving back and forth in the evening because I'd be hurrying up before night comes down. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, and until next time, wow.
Come garden with me now, man.
And what a nice place to live. Sweet jam.